Theologians call this power spirit. Scientists call this power energy. It's the same thing. See, they agree. Spirit, energy, same thing as power that flows through and into us. When this power is flowing through and into us, it does not have form. It's formless, it's shapeless. But now when it flows through you, it also flows through animals, every living thing. When it flows through you, why do you have the mind? The mind is the magic thing. By the way, the mind is an extension of that power. I don't know how I'm going to. Okay, people for people who believe, for the people who are religious, because there are also other people who are not religious, but they keep getting the same results, good results or bad results, depending on where they are here. We say that God is in us. Don't we say that one for people who are religious or who believe in our Almighty? It simply means the part of the power, the Spirit, is God, right? Some of it in us. We have a connection. And by the way, when I say the mind, I am not saying the brain. Because I saw the other day a picture of somebody who had connected some fists connected together, and they were giving a shape of the brain, and they were saying something to do with the mind. That is a misrepresentation, unknowingly, of course. The mind is not the brain. The brain is an electronic receiver for the whole thing. The mind is bigger than you can ever imagine. Mind is it's connected directly to the universe, to the Spirit, to God, to the energy. It's a continuation. There is no disconnect. Okay, having said that, now what happens? We have the mind. But then in the mind are what we call the higher faculties of mind. We have not learned how to use those because it's only for the few elite of the world that control the world, using the higher faculties of the mind. What you and I use are common sense. The results we have right now are as a result of common sense. Sight, taste, hearing, touch, all these. That's how we manifest what we have. However, when you go to the higher faculties of mind, we are talking about imagination, memory, perception, intuition, the will, reason. 6 higher faculties. They were never taught in your school. It simply means your teacher doesn't know about them. Today, tomorrow, go around, go ask people, hey guy, able to tell me the higher faculties of the mind? Go ask the professors. They got no idea. Why? I don't blame them. It was not taught. It's something for the few. Okay. Okay, Grace Nima, how are you doing? Karibu sana. Right, now listen carefully. Napoleon Hill said, Napoleon Hill is the author of the book Think and Grow Rich, and he was mentored by Andrew Carnegie, the richest man in the world then. And by the way, you should know that Napoleon Hill was commissioned by Andrew Carnegie to correct the knowledge about wealth and give it to people. He was a journalist. He was literally told, come here. I want you to do this for me and for the world. He interviewed Andrew Carnegie and other over 500 billionaires of the time. And that's why you have the Think and Grow Rich. You go there and you're tapping into the way people thought that became billionaires. Do you see the reason to read? All the secrets to wealth are hidden there. Now, Napoleon Hill says like this. Imagination is the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force that the world has ever known. The problem I have with people, they don't want to imagine. Imagine and you feel like you're doing the wrong thing. Why is that? Because you are discouraged from imagining when you are still a baby and at school. When kids are born and they are growing up, they imagine anything and they are okay with it. They imagine they will buy their parents this house and this car, and they'll buy this home, and they'll drive, they'll fly this plane. They know those things. Imagination. Maybe Jasmine is telling me sometimes common sense is not so common. That is true. Because we keep getting the same results anyway, and that's insanity. So having said that, you can tap using the power that flows into it's 100%. Actually, theologians say spiritual DNA is 100% perfect. Spiritual DNA is perfect. It means this power is what it is. It's just perfect. It flows through you. But then because in your mind you have imagination, you take the imagination and form this power into what you want. So what do you want? Is it that car? You see, you get the picture of the car through imagination. Is it the home? For example, talk a home. There's a home that you want. You see, even when you go to an architect, for him to draw you the car, to draw the house, he doesn't draw the house from his mind. He asks you, how do you want your house to look? And he says 3 bedrooms, I don't know, this balcony, this. He asks you to draw for you. So it's in your head, not in his head. It's something that you actually thought the way you want. Yes, you can copy other people, but you are the originator in your mind, using imagination. Where did you get it? From the power that's flowing through you. It did not have form. It never comes as a house. It comes as power, and you use imagination to form a house or a car or a trip or a school for your kid. Is it making sense now? I want to know if it's making sense, guys. I can see Angela Tausi. Yeah. Angela Tausi, they say, Napoleon says, it is the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force that the world has ever known. Imagination. But we were discouraged from it. Remember when you're in class, when those early days in primary school, and you are seated down, and the teacher is going on the board, you are bored with that topic, and your mind is elsewhere, and you have this imagination, and you are doing what we call daydreaming. Then the teacher asks you a question, and for strange reasons, you are not in class. Yes, you are here physically, but here, you are not in class. You are in a different place, enjoying. You are in this car, and they threw a chalk at you and said, look at this one. They punished you for that one. They discouraged you from imagination, and you decided imagination is bad. I have to concentrate. So having said that, you can take this power and form what you want. What do you want? Anything that you want. For me, in 2019, September, October, it was going to the top of the marketing plan of the company that I was running, that I was working with. I did something that's not normally done. Nobody gives dates to the universe. You just start living as is. I started dressing. I went for suits. I went for shoes that were depicting a person in that status. So I remember back in Nairobi, I'm going for this shop somewhere, and the suit is $500. Who does that? 50,000 Kenya shillings. I go to this other shop. One shoe is 10,000. The other one is 23,000. No, sorry, 13,000. That's $130. And I buy them. I go for these shirts that none of them is less than $50. And I buy all these things. And I put them on. And now everybody is thinking, wait a minute, this guy is very rich. I go for a phone that is over $1,000. The phone. Actually, $1,200. And you see, I don't know why I was doing these things, but I was there. And guess what? When you get there, you attract. Now, this is the deal. I want to put on some power here. I think I forgot to put on some power here. So when I fumble a little, don't worry. But we are back. Okay, we are here now. Now listen carefully. This is what happens. common sense will give you the A and B type of goals. When you use the higher faculties of mind, you go to C, which I call the fantasies. You fantasize. It's the magic. Fantasize. Create things in your mind. That is now thinking. There are no idle thoughts. Thoughts become things. The bigger, the better. Now, when you want something, and you imagine this, you imagine it and you want it so bad, then you're going to use another higher faculty of the mind called the will. The will, W-I-L-L, is the power to concentrate, to focus. The ability to hold one thing on the picture of your subconscious mind at the exclusion of all others. Focus, focus, focus on what you want. Then other things will start to come in. Things like desire. You want something, it becomes a desire. It starts rewriting the paradigm, because you see, the reason you keep getting what you keep getting because you have a multitude of habits deeply seated in your mind, subconscious mind. Because you see, your subconscious cybernetic is goal seeking. It keeps giving you what you get every time, whether negative or positive. Now, these, we call them paradigms. A multitude of habits. And almost all habits are basically ideas, and they're actually habits. So you see, that's why we go to school, we get wonderful education, but because still in our subconscious mind are paradigms. And I can point you some of these, especially as regards to money. There are people here who talk like this: I don't care about money. You wake up in the morning, every day of your life, you're looking for money, you have scarcity, but then you keep, the language you bring out is, I don't care about money. Oh, money is not everything. Then you want to quote me the Bible. Money is the root cause of all evil. I think the other way around is true. Lack of money. Look here. Where is the highest crime rates in Nairobi, for example? The highest crime rates, they are where? Are they in Kibera or at Ruda? Common sense. So you cannot tell me money is the root cause of all evil. Crimes and starvation and all these things are deeply rooted where there is no money. So you see, the language you talk about, paradigms keep showing up. Especially when you see a very good car. You can choose two things. You can decide, I will drive this car one day. I'm driving this car in the next few months. Or you can choose, these are the people who've been stealing from us in the government. See? Paradigms, paradigms. You want to rationalize where you don't have. And have you not even noticed this way? You have a friend, and your friend seems to be doing better than you. What's the feeling that you get inside here? You don't encourage them. You look like you encourage them, but there's something that is actually going down your throat. You know? It's disaster, guys. Paradigms will keep showing up. They show up on you every time, every day. Especially now when you start becoming aware of them. Paradigms show up. They are out to sabotage you. The reason we get to remain on the comfort zone is because of paradigms. Yes, you have a dream. You want to dream big. But there's disparity between dreaming big and the results that you have and what was already planted in your subconscious mind that's giving you the same results. So how do you talk about money? What's the language about your money? I don't care about money. Money is not everything. You know, all these things. And then you went to school and your teacher, your commerce teacher, told you that one of the qualities of money is it has to be scarce. If you write otherwise, you fail in an exam. So you know in your mind right now, because it was there, you did an exam, you printed it in your subconscious mind that money is scarce. Even when you are getting out to look for money, it will be scarce. You will not get it easily. Now this is whereby we believe you have to go out and work hard and sweat to make the money. And you say, this is the money that I want. I worked for it. I sweat for it. Because you know, you are taught that you have to sweat to get the money. Whereas, these rich people tell me, like somebody like Bob says, I'll teach you how you can make more money asleep than you can spend when you are awake. So for many people who are in that kind of mental setup with paradigms like that, they cannot make money when they're sleeping. Because the subconscious mind will always show up. The paradigms will show up, tell you, no, that's not possible. That is wrong. Haven't you had so much money and you're wondering, and then have you seen the way you get some money and now you go out, you see everything that you want to buy? It's again, it's paradigm. It is showing you how to spend all that money so that you can go back to comfort zone of I don't have enough. You see, King Solomon said, in whatever you do, seek understanding. I suggest for you, seek understanding about yourself and who you are. There's a book written by James Allen, said, man, know thyself. Jijue, know who you are. That way, now you start going up the hill. And it will be fun. Now, listen carefully. One of the other things that we get into in the higher faculties of the mind is something called intuition. Because people ask me, you are telling me to set higher, very high goals, very big goals, and I say, yes, that's the truth. Then they ask me, how am I going to achieve that goal? And I say, how is none of your business? How you leave it to higher power. You understand? So, if you find yourself writing a goal and you can figure out how to get it, that is not the goal that I'm talking about. That belongs to the A and B type of goals, which needs common sense. A big goal is in the fantasy level. It does not need common sense. It's a fantasy. It's an imagination. It's an impossible for a person using common sense. And that's where I want you to go. Peter Mwaura, how are you doing? Hapo Sawa. Jane Muteti, how are you doing? From Nairobi, Kenya. So you see, the goals that I want you to set are in the fantasy level. They are imaginations. Hold on to them of what you want. Don't worry about the cost or anything. People ask me, where will the money come from? The money is where it is. It will come when it's ready to come, when there is a need for it. Don't think you're going to sit down with your common sense and make money, then you can go for the fantasy goal. It doesn't work like that. You set the fantasy goal, it attracts its own money. Because everything is in vibration, and we attract by vibration. Remember, this is the truth, these are the facts, and this is hidden so that only 3% of the world population know it. People want to argue with me, oh, really? How is that? And I want to work very hard for my money. And I say, yeah, work hard for your money. But working hard, where did you learn that one? Paradigms again. You are told what by your parents? Work hard. School, work hard or you'll be a failure. You are still working hard today. Do you have money? Nobody ever taught until you went to this area and one person was mentioning a little because they read it in a book. Somewhere they said, you have to work smart. Then you still want to stick with work hard and not work smart. Working hard, you're still using your paradigms. You never actually employ the higher faculties of the mind. Where the Bible says that as a man thinketh, so is he, not as a man worketh. It's not about work, it's about thinking. Do you think big? Yes, was Stivo. Learning about setting a fantasy goal. And I want you to set that fantasy goal and finish that marketing plan. And now dream big and now see about 5 of your people finishing the marketing plan. That's how it works. Okay, Mwabimboy. I can see everybody here. There are people are forming watch parties. Karibuni sana. So now, the other thing that is going to happen when you start setting goals, and big ones, the fantasy goals, is the paradigms will rise up to sabotage you, to make sure you don't go there. That's why you set a goal and then you try to figure out how it's going to happen. Then you find you don't know how that can happen and you reduce your goal to what you think is possible. Don't ever do that. Set a goal, then you start figuring out, how am I going to get this? Look here, it doesn't work like that. The fantasy, if you understand now how it works, did I say there is a power? Let me get this one here and put it here, and now we are back together. Listen carefully. There is a power that flows through and into us. It doesn't have form. Using the faculties of our mind, the imagination, we give it form. Using the will, which is another faculty of the mind, we hold it on the screen of your mind at the exclusion of all others, called focus and concentration. That way, if it's something that you so want, it goes from your subconscious level through the psychic barrier, and this is the trick. Taking things from the subconscious level to your subconscious to replace the deeply seated paradigms that have been sabotaging you to form a new you of what you want. Because now when you put, it's that house here. It's a good house. You see what will happen is when you want a very good house in your conscious mind, very good house, what is in your subconscious mind is the small shack thatched house that you stayed in when you were a kid in the village. This is what is there. So to replace this one, you have to actually make sure now the good house passes through your psychic barrier to come here, because it will be manifested when it comes here. When it comes here, people ask me, how does it happen? I'll tell you, because now I know what happens. When it comes here, it becomes a belief. You have faith, you know, and you know you're feeling good. You're feeling like the house is manifested. One law of the subconscious mind is the law of compulsion. You will be compelled to take a step. Action, reaction, results. You will only get up to do what your subconscious has programmed you to do through vibrations. So don't ask me how you are going to get the house. It will be shown by the universe. There's a law, there's another faculty of the mind called the intuition. And the intuition goes like this. Albert Einstein again said, intuition is a secret gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. The intuition is your gift. You will meet somebody and something inside you tell you, talk to that person. They are going to give you good business, and it happens. Intuition. There's another person that you see and say, I don't need to talk to that one. They are already negative. And that is the truth. How are these things going to come? They will come. They will not come until you are going for something, because these are now the ways and means your subconscious mind will start showing you to help you achieve your dream, to take you to the vibration, because you see, everything and everybody is a pure mass of energy. My friend, Wadika Sioki, how are you doing? Listen to this. There is a power that flows through into us. The science is called energy. Did you know you are basically molecules of vibration of energy? Everything is energy. And everything is interconnected. So, and it means if they are energy, they are vibrating at a certain frequency. You know what I'm saying? Anybody now can remember their education, the physics and everything, and vibrations and frequencies? Now, this is where it becomes important. So now, the car that you want it's in its own, remember, it's also energy and it's vibrating. There is nothing still. Even a rock, look for it under a microscope. It is mass of vibration. It's basically vibrating on a different frequency than you are yourself, and the car, and the table, and the house. You understand? Now, to explain the next point, I want to tell you this. The reason you are watching me from where you are is because you have tuned to my frequency. You can decide now to leave this fan page and go to a different fan page and tune to their frequency and watch somebody else. But right now you're watching Albert because you've gotten to a frequency that these machines give us. You know, I'm on the other side of the globe. It is during the daytime, it's at night there, but we are connected. We can talk. Frequencies, understand that one? Same case with what you want. What you want is in a different frequency. Is it the Range Rover? Is it my new car, the Cadillac Escalade here? The frequency is here. So you hold it there. You're in this frequency, the car is in that frequency. What will happen is you start wanting to get there. You keep going there until now when you raise up your frequency to the level of the car, it will manifest the things that you're going to need to achieve that one. Do you see how we do it? You just set it there. What you want is in that frequency. Then you raise yourself to that frequency and you attract, because the resources for attracting a good car are different from the frequency for attracting a motorcycle. You see? So now set it there, then put it in your subconscious mind. It will put your body to that frequency, and you are able to manifest the money and the resources and the people to attract what you want. This is how we achieve greatness. But King Solomon said, in whatever you do, seek understanding. Karl Mogagi, how are you doing? Time flies when listening to greatness. That is very true. So now, one more paradigm before we finish, because we're just finishing. One more paradigm. And I saw flaw somewhere. One more thing that I want you to understand is this. When you are going for what you want, one more paradigm that will show up is called fear. You will fear. And fear, you all know what it means. It's false evidence appearing real. There's nothing. It's basically your imagination. Again, imagination. But then your imagination is the wrong thing, because imagination can be negative or positive. You want something, but you fear how you're going to get it. You want to talk to somebody who can revolutionize your business, but you fear. You give yourself all the reasons. The imagination kicks in and tells you, I cannot talk to that person. They are already millionaires. What you might not be knowing is this. One, they might be millionaires or employed in big jobs, but they could be stressed up. They are looking for another opportunity that can actually supplement their income, or where they can build because they believe in themselves and leave that job as much as it looks big. And they're looking for you. But you look at them and you talk yourself out of a deal that would have revolutionized your business. Fear. It is deep in your subconscious mind. Some of it was put in there to try and look like it's helping you. But in essence, it sabotages you. Something else about fear is, did you know that when you look at a person that you want to talk to, and the fear that you're feeling when you're looking at them is the same fear they are feeling when they're looking at you? Now I've given you an advantage. Somebody, look at a person, big person, small person, I don't care. When the anxiety you feel before you talk to them is the same one they feel when they look at you. So take the advantage. No, I know what you're feeling. Take the advantage. It's a cheat sheet. Cheat sheet. Go talk to them. And then the people that are very big, that look like they're doing okay, they are very humble. They are the easiest ones to talk to. There are people who are basically here in the middle. They don't know what they're going to eat. They are hardcores. You have a lot of work here than you have up here. I'm telling you. There's an African proverb that says, when there's no fear within, when there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. So guys, fear is inside. When you finish it, there's nothing out here. Talk to everybody. Tell them what you want. You will never know. Besides, I told Agnes here, I told her that you miss 100% of the shots that you never take. You take the shot. It's better to have 50-50 chances than to have 100% chance of not getting a thing. Take the step. You know, we can talk and talk and talk, but because we are past the hour, I want to tell you two things. One, every day when you're going to sleep, please don't listen to news. 2, don't listen to gossip. 3, only look at your big goal. Turn it over to your subconscious mind. Let it be the last thing that you are thinking about when you are retiring off to bed, to sleep. And in the morning, let it be the first thing that you start with when you wake up, not your phone and the social media. Forget about that one. Sleep and start up the day with what you want. And always give command to your subconscious mind. It's your genie. It tells you your wish is my command. So tell it what you want. Tell it when I'm waking up in the morning, I expect how to get to the next level in my business. Guess what? You'll find it there. It works. When you sleep, it is still awake. Your subconscious is a connection of the universe. It does not sleep. It works every day to bring into life what you want. One day, I told myself, yeah, I want to be one of the most electrifying speakers in the world. I'm in the process. And guess what? I'm already there. In here. It's a matter of time. By the end of this year, I have a big talk in Africa, several countries. Can you imagine? What am I going to tell them? Same thing I tell you every day. Are they going to pay me? Guess what? A lot of money. People are hungry to hear them being told, wait a minute, you are this close to hacking it. Oren Hansen one time said, success is like knowing the combination to a lock. A lock may be having 6 combinations. You may be having 5. You're only waiting for the last one, 6. That's where you are. You know all the other combinations. Only one is remaining. 1. When you figure out this one, everything turns around. That's what I'm talking to you right now. And I'm telling you, you are God's highest creation. 1. Number 2. Anything you want is yours. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Finally, the next time we are coming here, that is on Friday, God willing, we want to be, I don't want just to give you topics. The first 10 people who will ask, John Kagara, how are you doing? The first 10 people who will actually tell me a topic they need me to address. Because I don't want to be talking from this point. I also want to know, you being there, what do you think I should tell you? Or where do you think I should address? Is it depression? Is it manifesting? Is it business moving up? Is it, tell me, ask. Because I'll take this one and I'll prepare a topic on them. If it's personal, if you have this personal thing, go to my inbox. Right there. So when I'm answering, I'll not mention your name, but I'll answer for everybody. Because what you're going through could be affecting every other person. You understand? So if it's personal, I'll not touch your name, but I'll broaden it. If you put it on this page, I can say, hey, you know, Carol asked me this and this, and this is my take. So, and I'll take 10 questions. And that's will form the basis for what I'll be talking about next time. So, Pastor Wawero, kazi kwako and your team, I want to see all the questions or the things that you think I should address. And they'll form the basis for what I'll be saying. Maybe 10 questions here, and I'll add something into it so that on Friday it looks like we are now interacting. It's not a one-man show. You know what I'm saying? It was fun talking to you, you know. And I wish you a very good evening. Enjoy your evening. Ponder this. Let this not be the end. So 2 things are going to happen as I finish. 1, all these talks we've been having will also be put on YouTube. And I'll be giving you links to the YouTube. So I suggest, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like up there before this post is our YouTube channel, and it has one of the videos that was done by one of my people that I work with and a team. We were in Mombasa sometimes, I think in December or something. I can't remember when, but sometimes we were in Mombasa for the summit, and they did this video when they were in the SGR, and it's now there. You can go, please subscribe. You know why? Because you want to be notified every time we put in a new video. So everything that we've done here, so there will be a lot of content for you in the YouTube. Subscribe. Make sure you're in it there. Trust you me. You never know. And guys, it's good to diversify our links like this. Sometimes you find that Facebook, for stupid reasons, I hope it doesn't happen, would probably not decide today you are blocked. I'm not going to show you. I can still find you at YouTube and show you. So you had better be there. Then it will be easier to follow this, these videos, than that coming here and finding out, oh, where was he? Where was this topic? I'll be giving the topic, and so they can just type, personal development. You can write, you can type manifesting dreams, all these, so that you just type there on Facebook, on YouTube, and it comes and you watch. That's what I mean. So everything I say here, for your repetition, is gonna be there. And as usual, it was fun talking to you, and God willing, we meet again. So I'll be waiting for those. John Kangara is asking me, what's the title for my book? I'll give you the title. No, I'll show you the book and the title, and then it's not here yet. So what we are doing right now is subscribing to the YouTube, but the book will be up very soon. By the time I'm landing back in Nairobi, I will be having the book, and it's a compilation of everything we are talking about here. It's something that when you read this, like this, when you're sleeping, when you're going to bed, now you wake up on a different frequency. It was nice talking to you guys. Thank you very much. Look forward to talking to you another time. Leave those topics here. Pastor Wawero, everybody, leave the topics so that now I can come and go address them. Thank you very much. Good evening.